I've labeled us as a transactional law firm. We pretty much handle real estate transactions. So our sector is really real estate, residential and commercial real estate transactions, title and settlement services. We operate in the capacity of a law firm, but also as a title company would in other states.
Okay, and you are both commercial and residential, or?
Yeah, so we handle commercial and residential transactions. We handle other business transactions like asset purchase deals and things of that nature, and estate planning, which are sort of ancillary services that complement a lot of what our clients need.
Interesting. Now, you said you have title services as well, which is not something that is typically done in Massachusetts, or is it a lesser involved field than perhaps in other states?
Yeah, so Massachusetts is a little unique. So we have a small handful of states in the U.S. that attorneys still handle residential transactions, where the conveyance of real property for residential property, which is defined as condos, co-ops, and 1 to 4 family residences, is considered the practice of law. And an attorney has to be involved with respect to the transaction based on a couple of different statutory requirements, including how we handle the funds and also certifying and examining the title to the consumer. So we're unique in the sense that in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Georgia, South Carolina, there's a handful of states where attorneys handle that process. If you're buying a home in Florida or California, and I do own a title company in Florida as well, you don't typically deal with lawyers unless something goes wrong. And the title company actually manages the transaction and the process.
Now, congratulations. I see in front of you won an award, and
yes.
You want to talk a little bit about that. You went through a rebranding process for your firm and a new website, I think?
Yeah, so we decided, our management team decided that we wanted to go through a new website. And develop a more robust website and something that really represented sort of our brand and our feel and our culture. At the same time, when we engaged Vanessa and her firm, we realized that it was going to be more than just taking our current website and updating it. It was a complete rebrand. We decided to explore sort of different options and take a look at how we could really position our brand and our message. And we worked, I think, especially initially, we worked a lot on that sort of aspect, and then things sort of fall into place after that. Once you create your identity in terms of what you want your brand to look and represent, it's much easier to be able to execute. I thought that there would be sort of this initial splash in terms of the rebrand, especially when we launched and we announced the site, that people were like, oh, we love this, we love that, great new site. And there was a lot of that.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, and there was a lot of that. But what's very interesting is, as the site has sort of, been in existence, we continue to get tremendous feedback because we find that people are interacting with us at some later point. They haven't bought a house or sold a house for years. Now they come back to us and they go to the site to get our contact information because maybe they don't have an email address or a phone number handy. And so we're constantly getting feedback in terms of the site. What was also interesting was a lot of our competitors will call me and say, who did your site, or why did you do this, or what about that? And so I've always been sort of an open book in the sense that I love collaborating, and even though I really don't call people competitors, I say that they're in the same line of work as I am. So in the spirit of sort of collaboration, I'm always happy to talk about some of the things that we do that I believe are sort of ahead of the curve or cutting edge in technology, and I think it just makes our practice better.